When we look back at The Love Boat, 1977, no one embodies the heart of the Pacific Princess quite like Gavin MacLeod, the man who brought the beloved Captain Merrill Stubing to life. Born in 1931, MacLeod became the ultimate symbol of warmth and leadership on television. But behind that iconic white uniform and reassuring smile lay a journey marked by incredible highs and deeply quiet struggles. Before finding peace, MacLeod battled severe alcoholism and the crushing weight of Hollywood pressures, leading to a painful divorce from his wife Patty in 1980. However, his story wasn't defined by tragedy. He chose a path of redemption, overcoming his addiction, embracing faith, and remarkably remarrying Patty in 1985, a real-life love story that outlasted any TV script. In his later years, MacLeod stepped away from the intense Hollywood spotlight to serve as a global ambassador for Princess Cruises, greeting fans with the same genuine warmth he showed on screen. As time caught up with the captain, his health began to decline, and on May 29, 2021, Gavin MacLeod peacefully passed away at his home in Palm Desert, California, at the age of 90 due to natural causes. He left behind a legacy untouched by vanity, including a modest net worth of around $10 million and a lifetime of shared joy. Standing in 2026, Captain Stubing remains a timeless anchor of our youth, reminding us that while the tides of life are unpredictable, a kind heart can weather any storm. 1. Gavin MacLeod. Whenever the nostalgic theme song of The Love Boat, 1977, plays, we instantly picture the warm, reassuring smile of Captain Merrill Stubing. The man who steered the Pacific Princess into millions of hearts was brought to life by the unforgettable Gavin MacLeod. Born in 1931, MacLeod became the beloved anchor of the show. When he passed away in 2021 at the grand age of 90, it felt as though a beautiful chapter of television history had gently closed, leaving fans to realize how quickly the tides of time slip away. Behind that iconic, cheerful captain's uniform, MacLeod's real life encountered its own stormy seas. Before anchoring The Love Boat, he battled severe alcoholism, a dark struggle fueled by the immense pressures of Hollywood. It nearly cost him everything. However, his story wasn't one of tragic defeat. He chose a path of deep faith and resilience, conquering his addiction and becoming a source of hope for others. In his twilight years, his health gradually declined due to old age, and he passed away peacefully, surrounded by the quiet comfort of his loved ones. After the legendary ship finally docked, MacLeod's journey took a profound turn. He didn't chase the Hollywood spotlight forever. Instead, he stepped away from grand movie sets to embrace his faith, becoming a global ambassador for Princess Cruises and hosting Christian radio shows. His personal life saw a deeply moving narrative of redemption. He divorced his beloved wife Patty during his darkest years of alcoholism, only to remarry her years later after finding sobriety. A rare, real-life happy ending that surpassed any television script. By 2026, Gavin MacLeod's legacy remains as enduring as the ocean. At the time of his passing, his net worth was estimated at around $10 million, reflecting a lifetime of hard work rather than an extravagant collection of supercars. Today, he is remembered not for material wealth, but for the profound joy he anchored in our hearts. His journey teaches us a beautiful lesson. No matter how rough the waves of life become, it is never too late to course correct, find your peace, and steer your soul toward a meaningful destination. 2. Bernie Kopell. If there was one man on the Pacific Princess who could cure a broken heart with a witty remark and a charming smile, it was definitely Dr. Adam Bricker. Played with effortless charisma by the talented Bernie Kopell, Doc became a legendary symbol of romance and humor in the iconic series The Love Boat, 1977. Born in 1933, Kopell breathed life into the ship's favorite physician for nearly a decade. Today, looking back from the vantage point of 2026, he stands as a remarkable survivor of television's golden era, still vibrant and carrying a century of memories. After the Love Boat finally docked, Coppell didn't vanish from the entertainment world. He gracefully transitioned into a respected character actor, making memorable guest appearances on shows like Charmed, Scrubs, and Silicon Valley. His personal life, much like his characters, saw its own chapters of love and renewal. After 2 divorces earlier in life, he found lasting happiness with his third wife, Katrina Honadel. Together, they raised children later in his life, shifting his focus toward the quiet joys of fatherhood. By 2026, Bernie Coppell's enduring legacy is reflected in a comfortable net worth estimated at around $3 million, a modest fortune built on steady work rather than flashy car collections. To generations of fans, he remains a timeless symbol of nostalgia. His journey teaches us a beautiful lesson. True vitality comes from adapting to life's changing tides, keeping a sharp wit, and realizing that the best chapters of family and happiness can sometimes be written much later than we ever expected. 3. Fred Grandy. Who could ever forget the clumsy, lovable yeoman purser Burl, Gopher Smith, the true comedic soul of the Pacific Princess? Brought to life by the brilliant Fred Grandy in the iconic series The Love Boat, 1977, Gopher was the man who kept us laughing with his endless antics. Born in 1948, Grandy perfectly captured the heart of a generation. Today, in 2026, he is 77 years old, a living testament to a golden age of television, reminding us just how quickly the vibrant youth of yesteryear transitions into the quiet wisdom of the present. Behind the bright smile and goofy charm, Grandy's life was far more complex than his sitcom persona suggested. The immense pressure of Hollywood fame and the fear of being forever typecast as a silly purser weighed heavily on him. He didn't suffer from public health crises, but he faced a deep internal struggle to be taken seriously as an intellectual. This hidden drive eventually led him to make a choice that shocked the entertainment world. At the height of his popularity, he decided to walk away from the cameras entirely to pursue a demanding, high-stakes path in American politics. His life after the show became an extraordinary second act. Leaving Hollywood completely, Grandy ran for office and successfully served 4 terms in the U.S. House of Representatives. Later, he reinvented himself as a conservative radio host and a political professor. His personal life experienced major shifts too. After an early divorce in the 1970s, he found lasting stability when he married his second wife, Catherine Mann, in 1987. Together, they built a quiet life far removed from the superficial glitz of the red carpet. By 2026, Fred Grandy's net worth sits comfortably at around $2 million, grounded in public service and broadcasting rather than flashy car collections. To us, he remains a symbol of reinvention. His journey leaves us with a profound lesson. Our lives are not defined by a single role. Like the crew of the Pacific Princess, we must bravely steer through different chapters, proving that it is always possible to redefine who we are, even after the final credits roll. 4. Ted Lange. With a flash of his trademark smile and a signature double finger point, bartender Isaac Washington welcomed us to paradise every single week. The man behind that infectious, joyful energy was the remarkably talented Ted Lange, an indispensable heart of the legendary series The Love Boat, 1977. Born in 1948, Lange infused the Pacific Princess with unmatched warmth and rhythm. As we look at him in 2026, he is now 78 years old, standing as a living monument to an era of pure television magic that gently reminds us how quickly the vibrant nights of youth fade into golden memories. Behind the bar counter and the endless parade of colorful cocktails, Lange navigated the distinct challenges of being a prominent black actor in 1970s Hollywood. The pressure to maintain a perpetually cheerful, carefree image while breaking color barriers on primetime television was a quiet burden he carried with immense grace. Fortunately, Lange avoided the tragic health crises or public downfalls that claimed many of his peers. Instead, his quiet battle was against the fading spotlight, watching the industry change while he stayed physically active, keeping the same bright spirit alive. When the Love Boat finally concluded its voyage, Lang did not leave Hollywood. He simply stepped behind the camera. He gracefully transitioned into a prolific director and playwright, directing over 10 episodes of the original series itself and working on numerous theater productions. His personal life experienced its own quiet transitions, marked by a divorce from his first wife, Cheryl Thompson, in 1989, before he later found lasting love and companionship with Mary Lay, whom he married in 2001. By 2026, Ted Lang's net worth is estimated at around $4 million, a stable fortune built on creative longevity rather than a fleet of luxury supercars. To fans worldwide, he remains the ultimate symbol of hospitality and joy. His life offers a beautiful lesson. Our truest value isn't found in staying in one spotlight, but in learning to orchestrate the magic from behind the scenes, reminding us that a life poured generously into the arts will never lose its flavor. 5. Jill Whelan. When a young, bright-eyed girl stepped onto the Pacific Princess, she didn't just win the heart of the captain, she became America's sweetheart. As Vicky Stubing, the captain's adorable daughter in The Love Boat, 1977, Jill Whelan brought a refreshing, youthful warmth to our screens. Born in 1966, Whelan grew up right before our eyes on television. Today, in 2026, she is 59 years old, a poignant reminder of how that sweet child of the seas has gracefully transformed through the decades, carrying the heavy weight of nostalgia. Growing up in the blinding glare of Hollywood fame, however, came with severe hidden costs. Behind her bright, sunny television smile, Whelan faced a harsh, heartbreaking reality when the show ended. She suffered immense financial betrayal when her early acting fortunes were completely mismanaged and lost, leaving her vulnerable. The sudden pressure to transition from a protected child star to a self-sufficient adult in a ruthless industry brought deep emotional strain, a quiet struggle that many fans never suspected while watching her cheerful character on screen. Her life after the famous ship docked became a long, bumpy road of survival and resilience. Whelan stepped away from major acting roles, taking on various jobs from investigative reporting to hosting podcast shows. Her personal life was marked by painful marital tragedies, enduring 2 difficult divorces that tested her strength before she finally found lasting happiness and peace with her marriage to Jeff Napple in 2017. Through every personal storm, she fiercely prioritized being a devoted, loving mother to her children. By 2026, Jill Whelan's net worth is estimated at around $1.5 million, a modest comfort earned through pure resilience rather than an extravagant collection of luxury cars. Today, she remains a treasured piece of our childhood memories. Her journey teaches us a beautiful, moving lesson. The bright spotlights of our youth may fade, and life may take away our material fortunes, but true strength lies in our ability to rebuild, reinvent, and navigate our own way through the stormiest seas. 6. Ted McGinley. When the Pacific Princess needed a fresh wave of charm in its later seasons, a handsome new ship photographer stepped on deck and instantly stole the show. Playing the energetic Ashley Ace Covington Evans in The Love Boat, 1977, the dashing Ted McGinley brought a vibrant, youthful magnetism to the screen. Born in 1958, McGinley became the handsome face of the series' later years. Today, in 2026, he is 67 years old, standing as a beautifully preserved icon of primetime television, prompting us to pause and reflect on how gracefully the golden boys of yesterday grow into maturity. Behind that flawless, sun-kissed smile lay a unique kind of Hollywood pressure. Unlike peers who suffered from public health crises, McGinley faced a lighter but persistent industry joke. He was playfully labeled the show killer for joining series late in their runs. It was a bittersweet title that overlooked his genuine talent and the immense pressure of stepping into established casts. He carried this tongue-in-cheek reputation with quiet dignity, maintaining excellent physical health and a grounded lifestyle that kept him far away from the typical dark, tragic downfalls of Hollywood. After the final cruise took its bow, McGinley's career actually flourished. He became one of television's most recognizable faces, starring in Married, with Children, and The West Wing, and he continues to act today. Unlike the chaotic romance storylines on the ship, his personal life stands as a rare, beautiful anchor of stability. He has been happily married to actress Gigi Rice since 1991. Together, they raised 2 sons, proving that a peaceful, enduring marriage is entirely possible under the bright California sun. By 2026, Ted McGinley's net worth is estimated at a comfortable $5 million, a fortune built on steady, decades-long professionalism rather than flashy collections of supercars. To generations of fans, he remains a timeless symbol of youthful joy. His journey teaches us a comforting lesson. We shouldn't let the labels or jokes of others define our worth. Like a steady ship in changing weather, staying true to your craft and protecting your inner peace will always guide you to a beautiful, lasting destination. 7. Pat Klaus. When the beloved cruise director Julie McCoy stepped away, a new wave of warmth was needed, and a striking former model stepped forward to capture our hearts. As the sweet and enthusiastic Judy McCoy, Julie's sister on screen, actress Pat Klaus brought a vibrant, refreshing charm to The Love Boat, 1977. Born in 1948, Klaus quickly became a shining light in the show's later seasons. Today, in 2026, she is 78 years old, living a quiet life that stands as a beautiful reminder of how gracefully the vibrant stars of our youth can transition into peaceful privacy. Behind her radiant smile and elegant screen presence, Klaus carried a quiet strength while navigating the intense pressures of Hollywood. Coming from a successful modeling background, she faced the silent, constant pressure to maintain a perfect image under the harsh industry spotlight. Fortunately, she avoided the dark, tragic downfalls or health crises that affected many of her contemporary stars. Her quiet challenge was simply handling the fading roar of fame, choosing to keep her private struggles and personal life entirely away from the prying eyes of the public. After The Love Boat finished its historic run, Klaus made a choice that surprised many fans. She chose to leave Hollywood behind. Instead of chasing endless auditions, she gracefully retired from acting to focus on a private life, away from the cameras. She stepped into a normal, grounded routine, valuing personal peace over the chaotic nature of show business. Her life became centered around family and quiet endeavors, protecting her personal world from the typical marital dramas or scandals that often dominate tabloid headlines. By 2026, Pat Klaus's net worth is estimated at a comfortable $1 million, a modest nest egg rooted in her steady modeling and acting years rather than an extravagant collection of luxury cars. Today, she is remembered fondly as a sweet piece of our weekend nostalgia. Her journey leaves us with a gentle lesson. The spotlight does not have to last forever to make a life meaningful. True fulfillment comes from knowing when to step off the stage, protect your inner peace, and confidently steer your own life toward quiet shores. 8. Charo. Whenever a burst of fiery energy and a joyous cry of "Coochie Coochie" echoed through the decks, audiences knew exactly who had arrived to shake up the Pacific Princess. As the unforgettable, vibrant April Lopez in The Love Boat, 1977, the larger-than-life actress and virtuoso Charo became one of the most frequent and beloved guest stars in the show's history. Born in 1951, she injected pure, unadulterated passion into the series. Today, in 2026, at 75 years old, she stands as a dazzling testament to enduring vitality, reminding us that while time changes everything, some spirits are simply too bright to ever grow old. Behind that bubbly, eccentric caricature lay a deeply serious artist and a woman who carried immense hidden grief. For decades, Charo battled the industry's tendency to dismiss her as a mere novelty act, hiding her world-class flamenco guitar talents behind a comedic screen persona. The heaviest storm hit her personal life in 2019 when her husband of over 40 years, Kjell Raston, tragically took his own life after suffering from a devastating chronic skin disease. The immense loss shattered her world, leaving fans heartbroken to see a woman who gave so much joy navigate such profound, quiet suffering. Her life after her frequent voyages on the ship became a masterful exercise in resilience and artistic devotion. Charo refused to let Hollywood box her in. She continued to tour globally, releasing critically acclaimed guitar albums and performing in theatrical shows. Her personal life underwent a profound shift after her husband's passing, as she turned to her music and her son, Hoff, for healing. She chose to use her platform to openly discuss mental health and grief, transforming her personal tragedy into a source of comfort and strength for others around the world. By 2026, Charo's net worth is estimated at a substantial $12 million, reflecting her lifelong dedication to music and entertainment rather than an ostentatious collection of supercars. To generations of viewers, she remains a timeless symbol of uninhibited joy. Her beautiful journey leaves us with a moving lesson. The roles we play for the world do not shield us from life's deepest pains, but by holding on to our true passions and facing the darkest storms with courage, we can always find the strength to keep playing our own song. 9. Florence Henderson. Long before she stepped onto the Pacific Princess, she was already America's favorite mother, but her frequent guest appearances brought a whole new level of elegance to the sea. Playing memorable characters like the vibrant Annabelle Folker in The Love Boat, 1977, the legendary Florence Henderson enchanted viewers every time she boarded. Born in 1934, Henderson was a true icon of warmth. When she passed away in 2016 at the age of 82, it felt as though a gentle light had gone out in the world of television, leaving fans with a deep, bittersweet sense of nostalgia. Behind her flawless screen presence lay a private life filled with personal hurdles. Henderson suffered from a progressive hearing condition early in her career, a terrifying obstacle that she kept hidden from the public. In her final years, she remained remarkably active, but her journey ended suddenly when she suffered a sudden heart failure. Her passing came just days after she was spotted in the audience cheering on her former co-stars, a detail that deeply moved fans and proved her endless support for her peers. After her wonderful voyages on the ship, Henderson's career never truly slowed down. She remained an active, beloved fixture in Hollywood, hosting talk shows and constantly reinventing herself. Her personal life saw its own quiet struggles and transitions. Her first marriage to Ira Bernstein ended in a quiet divorce after nearly 3 decades, but she later found a deep, lasting companionship with John Kappas until his death in 2002, focusing her later years heavily on family and philanthropy. By 2026, Florence Henderson's legacy is preserved in a net worth estimated at $10 million at her passing, reflecting her tireless work ethic rather than an ostentatious collection of supercars. Today, she occupies a sacred space in our collective memory. Her life leaves us with a beautiful lesson. The roles we play may change and our bodies may weaken, but keeping an open heart, a supportive spirit, and a genuine love for those around us is the only way to leave a lull. As the cheerful brassy notes of that unforgettable theme song slowly fade away, we find ourselves standing on the sunlit deck of memory, watching the Pacific Princess set sail into the twilight one last time. For nearly a decade, The Love Boat wasn't merely a television show, it was an open invitation to a world where every weekend brought the promise of blue skies, warm smiles, and the comforting reminder that love, in all its beautiful forms, was always waiting just around the corner. Every single passenger who climbed aboard that legendary ship arrived with a restless story and left with a completely changed heart, guided by a crew that felt just like family. Looking back now in 2026, the passage of nearly 50 years brings a gentle, bittersweet clarity to those golden days. We see the beautiful contrast between the eternal youth captured on our screens and the quiet reality of time. While some of our beloved crew are still with us, enjoying peaceful lives far removed from the frantic glare of Hollywood, others, including our commanding yet warm captain and so many legendary guests who grace the cabins, have already checked out of their final voyage, leaving behind a legacy that the tides of time can never wash away. They taught us that while the actors may grow old and the spotlights must eventually dim, the joy they anchored in our hearts remains entirely untouched by the years. Which of those magical voyages or unforgettable characters holds the most special place in your heart? We would love for you to share your warmest memories and nostalgic stories in the comments below. If this gentle trip down memory lane brought a sentimental smile to your face today, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so we can continue keeping these timeless treasures alive together. Thank you so much for cruising with us today, and until our next journey, take care of yourselves. Because some voyages do not end when the ship reaches the shore. They continue quietly in the hearts of everyone who watched.